Hello, yes. How are you today? Today we're going to go over how to set up a research ad in Google Ads, and I'm going to talk my crap, and I'm going to let you know my opinions on marketing, and I'm going to start off by waking you up by telling you something that's so ridiculous that people say it all the time and has become this accepted model. Um, a lot of people out here will tell you, like when you come to doing some Google ads, you have to pay per click. So some people will tell you, well, I don't want to go that route because I wind up spending a lot of money, for clicks that never turn into sales or signups or stuff like that. Now, even though it's understandable you don't want to pay, for actions that don't get you with get the actions that don't result in the objectives you're trying to achieve can be worrisome. So they'll tell me, well, I'm gonna do free stuff, to build my business because they don't want to invest the money. Now, this ain't to single anybody out. I hear this all of the time, but here's the problem with that way of thinking. How can you expect the universe to give you $1 million with the expectation that you're not going to invest $1 into it? I just don't get that idea, that way of thinking. Look, when you walk through your house, your clothes, your bed sheets, your television, your equipment, your slippers, your carpet, your drapes, your curtains, your blinds, your light bulbs, your light shades, okay, your lampshades, your toilet paper, toothbrush, I can go on. Your bread, your butter, your eggs, your couch, everything in your house was developed, invented, or offered through a company who spent money on advertising. And let me tell you something. Every time you see an ad, you do not always make a purchase, do you? You don't always make a purchase just because you see an ad, right? I mean, how many times you on your way to work and you see an ad at the bus stop or on the train? In one car, there's like 10 to 15 different ads. Do you pick up your phone and make a purchase? Do you pick up your phone and buy right then and there? When you walk through the store, everything that you see in the store has an ad on it. Labels, marketing, something, right? Something recognizable. But they spend money on advertisement. Every time you're at home and see a commercial, do you pick up your phone and make a purchase? Do you call every time you see an ad? Every time you're handed a flyer? No. So when someone says that to me, I'm thinking you're not understanding why this is important. It's not about making money for every single person that comes in contact with your ad. It's letting them know that it's there when they need it. See, some people are going to need your services right here and right now, today. They're going to need it today, this moment, 5 minutes before they even seen your ad, they needed it. They're going to need your service. They're going to need what you're offering right now. There's some people that are going to need it later on. They may think, I'm fine right now. I don't need none of this right now. And then boom, next week, next month, 2 months, 3 months from now, oh my God, I need a loan. Oh, my credit is so bad. What am I gonna do? Oh, I remember that ad for Bank Breezy. Yeah, it was sent about 25K. You see what I'm saying? So over time, when you put the effort into making sure that your ad, your name, your domain becomes a household name, people will remember it when they need it. Okay? So you're still promoting to people that may need it in the future. Okay. So, I mean, I could keep going on into that idea. That's a whole different topic. We can have a discussion later on. But I need you to understand you're not going to make money without putting money in. Now, are there free ways to market online? Yes. Do you have enough time is the question. You have to not be working, not be in school, not have no kids, not have a relationship in order for you to allocate the amount of time that is going to take for you to turn free services into money. Now, can you place ads for free? Yes. Do people see those ads is the question. If I place a free ad on a free site, that costs me no money. Is that company that I'm placing the ad with spending money on advertising to promote my ad? Most likely not. Since they aren't charging me, they not probably paying any advertising costs. So that free ad is just going to sit there. Okay, it's just going to sit there. All right, so you have to scale your ideal. So let's go back over here to Google Ads. And I shot a video the other day on how to create a display ad. And this was the test ad that I did in that video. Okay, already got 15 clicks. Only cost me $10. And I received three applications. Three companies started applications off this ad. And this was a test ad. I didn't even fine tune it or anything, and still it worked. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you how to do a search ad. This should have been the first video I've done. I recorded it. For some reason it got lost when I was transferring things over to this other computer, and so I can't find it, so I'm gonna reshoot it. Okay, today is going to be the second video, but actually it's the first one. It's the easiest one to set up for Google Ads. Okay, so if you have a Gmail account, you use your Gmail information and go to Google Ads and open your account. Okay, once you have opened your account, I need you to know everything is up here at the top. Okay, you want to go into billing and set up your billing information, which means put your payment method in here. Okay, they will not charge you per day. You would have a threshold, so you'll get charged once you reach that threshold, which is like $350, or it's that time. The time has lapsed. So say for instance, if they say, well, you have a threshold of $500 that has to be paid when it's reached, or you have to pay whatever your account balance is by August 10th. So what if you don't reach 500 in 1 week? By August 10th, you have to pay whatever you owe. But if you reach 500 before August 10th, you have to pay that 500 before that. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so you want to go up there. All right, so we're going to come over to campaigns, right? And we're going to start a new campaign. So when we click in all campaigns, it's going to take me to all campaigns. We're going to start a new campaign. If you're just opening your account, you're going to click on campaigns. It's going to ask you to set one up, okay? So let's go over to new campaign. I'm going to show you how to set this up. Now, when you come over here and you're brand new and you see the word sales, you're going to say, yes, that's what I want. I want some sales. But here at DAC, we're offering a service and we're not selling a product, okay? We're offering a service. So it could be considered a sale because they'll be paying for the service. However, that's not what that is a harder ad. Okay, we're trying to get you started as soon as possible. So let's go over with something that we all know we need: website traffic. Now, you could go over here to leads if you got a capture page system, or you're trying to build not a capture page system, sorry. If you're building up an e-list or a newsletter or subscription to your blog or something like that, this is more geared towards that. So we're going to click on website traffic, right? And we're going to come on down here to search campaign. This one drives more traffic to your site with text or call ads that show near search results of Google.com on Google search partner sites and more. Okay, so we're going to click on this one. All right, now you're going to put your link here. Select the ways you like to reach your goals. Okay, you always click on your little question marks to understand what this section is. And we're going to use our site. So we're going to use the Bank Breezy, okay, link. Now, I hope that you went and got a domain and have it forwarded to your link, because domains are more memorable. No one's going to remember this link, but they may remember this logo. So you may lose commissions if they go back online and can't remember your link and go looking for this, and just Google Bank Breezy, and you lose it and they find somebody else. Okay, so always get a domain. It's easier. Okay, This is my domain. Let me show you right now. Okay, and it brings them right to my site. Now, I didn't mask it because the way this site is set up, you can't mask it to have the URL staying here, but people will remember that link. Okay, so we're going to put the Bank Breezy link in here. If you don't have your own domain, don't worry about it. Just use your Bank Breezy link. If you have your domain, this is where you would enter it. Okay, we're going to click on continue. Now, this is just a quick way to get your ad set up. There are so many ways so many things you can do with your ad in here. If I took time to sit down and tell you all the hundreds of ways you could augment and fine tune your ad, we'll never get to the completion. Okay, this is going to get your ad up, running, all the basic things that you need to know. So we're going to click conversion action, because that requires you to do some more complicated things. Okay. It says I already have one here. We're just going to start a new one. Okay. So the goal is website traffic. Okay, we already know that because that's what we clicked. And we want to name this campaign, right? So we'll name this Breezy Training Easy Ad. All right. We'll name it that for the sake of this video. We're going to scroll down. Just follow my settings. I know you're going to see other things. You could always click on the question marks. You do not have to rush through this process. All right. I'm just trying to show you how to get it set up. The search network, the display network. This is basically the networks where your ad will be shown. Okay. This is the starting and ending date. This is very, very important, guys. Very, very important. A lot of people lose money because they skip this part. As you can see, it's usually hidden. Click on it. The start date and end date is important because of your budget. Now, if you don't have a budget, a large budget, the last thing you want is for this thing to never stop running and keep charging you. Okay, so you want to put a start date and end date. Today is the 26th. We can have this ad start tomorrow. Today, let's put it to start for tomorrow. Okay, you watching the video, you can put it to start the day that you're watching this video. Okay, and let's select an end date. Now, the next section is you're going to understand why it's so important. Depending on your budget, this is how you keep track of your budget. So for example, if I'm spending $10 a day and that's all I can afford is $100 a week, then I want it to stop in 7 days. If not, it won't stop. Okay. And you got to make sure that you're able to pay your bills so you can continue the actions. Okay, so we're going to start it tomorrow, and let's say we're going to end it, I said the 27th, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's say August 2nd, right? That's 7 days, right? That's done. Okay. All of this is extra features you could add. Again, this would require you to do some other things. Campaign URL. See, you would have to put a track in. You know, that could be another video. I can show you how to do all of that. That's when you become more experienced at it. And there's a lot more people more experienced at doing things like that online, on YouTube and stuff like that. All right. So we're gonna close this. Your ad schedule is important too. Do you want it to run all day or different types of the day? Okay. Or do you want it to run during certain times, only Monday through Friday? Maybe your business is only open Monday through Friday. Maybe you prefer it to be, only weekend promotions, Monday or Tuesdays at what times, and you set the time. So right now we're gonna leave it all day. Okay. Uh, DAC I heard is in United States and Canada. However, I haven't verified that, so let's stick with United States. Now, all countries and territories, you would think that you would want that, but certain businesses are not available around the world in all countries and territories. So be careful of that. Make sure that you're showing your ad where you're allowed to show your ad. Okay. Make sure you choose the correct language, not the language that you speak, but more or less the language that your website is in. So if your website can be translated to many languages, then you can have your ad translated into different languages. But if you translate your language, your ad into Spanish, but your website is in English, it's not going to work, because you're going to get people that only speak Spanish and get to an English website and can't read it. Okay, so make sure that you choose the language of your site. Okay, this is not asking you about your personal language. It's basically the language your customers speak. You see it right there? All right. Select an audience. Now, this is where we get serious. Okay. When you put your site, it tells Google what type of site, Google will crawl your site and get an idea what your site is about. So you can select your audiences from right here. Financial, because DAC gives business funding, business services, business financial services, banking and finance. You can click all of these. You could click none of these. You could click some of these. And then when you're done, you come down here. Now, you have two options here. One is targeting. Targeting means to only focus on the groups that you have selected here. Narrow the reach of your campaign to the selected audiences with the option to adjust the bids. If you choose targeting, it will only show your ad to these people that are in these categories, in these fields, in these industries. Okay. Observation, however, won't narrow the reach of your ad and show it to a wider base of people. Everybody has a different of opinions on this, but neither one is better than the other. It really depends on your business and what you're trying to accomplish. Since you're just new to setting up your ad, or you want to be more specific with your ad, I would put it into a wider base, because we're doing funding. We're also doing, payment processing, customer finance. Okay, so there are a lot of things you're offering, and you don't want it to only be shown to people in banking services. Okay, because you never know. You may want to change your ad later on. All right, so you can select some of these, keep it, but leave it on observation, in my opinion. You could always set up another ad and have it very targeted, or you could come back later and change that. Okay, so we're going to leave that. So this is your daily budget over here. How much are you willing to spend a day to have your ad shown on Google? What can you afford? The lowest you can go is $5 per day. Okay, now if you do that for a month, we're talking about $60 a month. Okay, now will this make you $1,000,000? Who knows? Will it make you any sales? I will say from my experience, yes, I have ran campaigns for $5 a day, and I have generated many sales. It really depends on your offer and what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of these things really depend on your unique situation. What's your objective? Who's your audience? What are you offering? Okay, you're bidding against other people in an auction based competition on the clicks that come in off of search engines like Google for whatever your product, service, or you know um your product or service, or whatever your business has to offer. Okay, so in this case, we're looking for business funding. We're looking to fund businesses, small businesses, and stuff like that. And the clicks can go all the way up to $1 something a click. So it really depends on you. Now, if you want my opinion, I suggest to get a real good idea. Since you're only running your ad for 7 days, I think the minimum you should be willing to spend is at least $100. So I would make the ad at least $10 to $15 a day. 15 times 7 will leave you like $105 at the end of the week that you would have to pay. Okay. But I think it would give you more of a reach. See, once your budget is spent, your ad will not show. So $5, I generally try to look at it as 5 clicks. Okay. So 5 clicks in 24 hours, that means, most of the day your ad will not be showing. Okay. So I suggest you leave it $10 to $15. It should be your minimum budget. Why? Because it allows Google to show your ad. It allows it to compete on some clicks. You want some extra money so you can get that click, so you can offer more money on that click, and that's going to take us to the next section, which is the bidding section. Okay, you're bidding and competing against other people for that click, for that customer. Okay, keep that in mind when you're using, Google AdWords or PPC. You are competing against other companies and business owners for that customer. You want that customer's click to lead to your site, and in order to get Google to send that customer to your site, you have to pay and you have to compete. Now, you can leave your budget small, and whenever Google is able to show it, they will. There's been times I left my budget on $5, and throughout the day I won't get anything, but I'll go to sleep, and late at night, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, boom, 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 boom. Because like I said, when you go through this, some people stop their ad at a certain time at night. Some people only, show their ads on the weekends. Some people have it shown between certain hours of their business. So there are times where their ads completely disappear from online. And then yours will be on. Okay. So you keep that in mind. So we're going to come down here. We're going to go to the bidding section, and we're going to keep it on clicks, right? This will set a maximum cost per click, meaning the most you're willing to pay for one click. Now, some people will come in here and put $1. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the most. You're telling Google, I don't want to spend no more than $1. That should give me 10 clicks. Okay. But as I said before, you are competing. So if someone is willing to pay $1.25 for that click at that time, that customer will go to that $1.25 offer. Okay? It doesn't mean you won't get a later offer, but always keep in mind that you're competing. So I would suggest this on your first one to get an idea. You click on this, it will automatically go to maximum clicks. This will tell Google to use your budget and get the maximum amount of clicks to your website you can get. Maximum clicks doesn't always mean better clicks. It doesn't mean worse clicks. It means the most clicks, okay, to your site. The most that Google can get for $10 a day going to your site. That's what you're telling Google you want, okay? When you set a maximum cost per click, you're telling, I want maximum clicks, but I don't want to spend more than 85 cents a click. You can say 85 cents or whatever. Okay. Some people are spending 50. I've seen when I was doing my research the other day on some words that I wanted to use, I see that some companies are paying upwards of $350 per click. Okay, I can't compete with that. All right, so we set up maximize clicks, and we're going to use that, and we're going to scroll down. Here's some more settings, and we're going to leave this as is for right now. Again, that's more advanced. We're going to come down here. Ad extensions is more advanced, but I'm going to break this down to you real quick. Site link extensions, these are is other things in your ad. So you know how you see some ads and it has the blue link, and then it will say log in, get a customer. It'll give you other options to click within that ad. That's what these are. So for example, when you come over here to David Allen Capital, you have your link that leads to this business capital page, right? All right, but you also have other pages. All right, so if you wanted to put those other pages as other extensions with links, you can do that here. Okay, if you want to add a phone number to your ad, you can put that here. Okay, if you want to add more business information to your ad, you can do that here. Now, I'm not telling you that most of the things in here that I'm skipping over that you can't do. I'm just trying to get you through the process of getting your ad. You can always augment and change your ad on your own, and practice makes perfect. So going through and trying out new things is good. Remember that you're on a budget though. And if you constantly change your ad, every time you change your ad, it goes up for review, which means it won't be shown until they approve the new changes to your ad. Okay, so we're going to skip that. We're going to go into save and continue. All right, and we're going to move forward. Now we're going to set up our ad group. Okay, we're going to call this Jesus Christmas. What did we call? What did we call the ad group? Okay, we're going to say test breezy. No, no, no. We're going to say breezy millions. Okay, this is going to be our ad group, right? Okay. I use my link. Now it's saying that you're going to get 3 clicks a day based on the keywords at an average of $3.83 a day is going to cost for this. Now, you don't need all these keywords. You can use all these keywords. You can add 100 keywords. You can add 5 keywords. You can use none of these keywords. All right. Since we are not a business credit score situation or checking account, none of these keywords actually work for me. All right. Now, they're getting these keywords from the fact that I use this link, right? But what would happen if I use the actual Bank Breezy link? Would it change? Yes, replace the keywords. See, it changed because it was scanning the site. Like I told you, that domain forwards the person to this site. The description that it was getting, oh, that's another video. When you get your domain and you forward it, it'll ask you for a title and a description and a bunch of keywords that you use for that domain itself, just the URL. Okay, so the information it was reading was from the scan of the domain, not from the scan of the Breezy site. That is the reason why I say you use this link in your ad, because when you try to forward without masking, I mean, when you try to forward with masking, it will not accept it on Google. It will tell you that, you know, there's a security risk with the site because you don't own the site that you're trying to, you know, mask it to. Okay. Um, there's a lot of other things. It ain't on Google Console. It's not. It's property. Every URL, every link online is called property, and you basically don't own that property. So it's a little masking issue when you try to mask to certain sites. So this one you could always forward, but forward with masking would leave a box up here telling every customer not to use credit card information on the next page, not to do anything because their information isn't safe. Now you don't want that, so you just want to forward it without masking. And when you do that, this is what happens. Okay, so use your Bank Breezy link when it comes to your Google ads, but use your URL when it comes to your marketing. Okay? All right, now if you could find a way to forward a mask to your Breezy site and it doesn't come up with the warning every time someone goes to it, that's great. That works. Let me know because I've tried it different ways and nothing's worked. Okay? So now here are the keywords that come along with this. And as you can see, look, it's saying I'll get 28 clicks now with that $10 for 36 cents per click. Do I like all these keywords? Yes. Are we new to a lot of all it? You know, a lot of this, you know, you're watching. Yes. So I'm going to say just leave it as is, right? Right here it says enter products or services. Well, what do you do? If you want to add more keywords, you do business funding, right? And then you click update keywords. Do you want to replace the keywords? Yes. You want more keywords, right? Now you can leave it, you can add it, you could always type your other keywords that you want in there. Okay. You see everything changes over here. This is just an estimate. Okay. So you can use the keywords that you came up with. You could leave it. You can do whatever you want here. Okay. But these aren't bank accounts. As you can see, this is not going to get you, I mean, you're going to get clicks for this, but it's not going to lead to what you want because it's not offering what you want, right? This isn't offering nothing that you want. Checking accounts, bank accounts, you don't offer any of this, right? So let's go back to what I was doing. I wanted you to see the difference. Business funding, right? Uh, what else? Let's say business financing, right? Let's update some keywords. Now, keywords are the words that people enter into the search engine. Okay. For example, if I put hat in the search engine, that's a keyword. Hat is a keyword. If I'm selling hats, I want my hat to pop up when someone search out the word hat. So hat is my keyword. So these words are meant to bring up your site. When someone goes online and puts small business financing options, this is what's coming up. All right. So to be safe, because you're still new, let's leave these type of titles in here. Now, I don't think you should leave all of them, but if I go through which ones to keep and which one not to keep, it really does have a lot to do with you and your choices, right? And if I give you the keywords I'm using and you lose money on them, or you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be responsible for that. So this is a self choice. You're a boss. You're an entrepreneur. You have to use the best options. If you have a small budget, I suggest you use only one to two to three keywords, 5 keywords max. Like if pushing $10 a day is a lot for you, 3 to 5 keywords is the most that you really need. Okay, when you use a lot of keywords like this, you're trying to get as much business as you can. You're trying to own it. Okay, now you can do more keywords when you get a bigger budget. If you want to take the risk, you can do more keywords. But remember, your budget is small. So with just 10 clicks every day, and if those clicks don't lead to sales, you're out until the next day. So you want the clicks to be more likely leading towards someone filling out an application. Okay, so microloans, let's take that out. For example, we don't do microloans. You don't want people looking for that. Okay. Finance and business, that's not really business finance kinds of covers that, right? Hold on one second. Okay, so business finance kind of covers all of that. So business finance loans, business finance options. Uh, you use either one of those. What's that blinking? All right, so you can see what I'm saying. Delete some of this. Company to company loan. That actually doesn't make any sense. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So if I was to go through this, there's only certain ones I would use. You could use all of these. You could use none of these if you want. If you want to just delete them all, you could just delete them all, you know, and get rid of them. And then you could use your own business funding, um, uh, business financing, something like that. And you can stick with the 2 keywords, and it will tell you how many clicks you should get over here. Uh, let's say, what's the name? Business capital, right? We got that, business capital. Something like that. And you want to stay within that realm. All right. Now, there's more in-depth training to find keywords. There's tools out here that help you find keywords. There's a lot more that we could do, and maybe I'll go through that through another video. But I'm just trying to give you an idea, a sense of how much control and power you have over your ad. So when people tell you, "Oh, I tried it and I failed," no, no, no. Don't listen to that person that tried and failed. Listen to the person that tried, failed, tried again, and started making some money, because that's the only way that you can make this work for you. You're not going to come in here and there's a magic button and you're going to set an ad and you're going to make $1 million. Does it happen? Has it ever happened when, someone that didn't know how to do this comes in and places an ad? Yes, but it depends on your competition. It depends on your ad. It depends on your keyword, and it depends mostly on your determination. Okay. It doesn't, I mean, it does depend on your budget as well, but it's really about your determination. You got to outlast the people that give up. Okay. So, like I said, you can use a plethora. You could leave it alone. You could do anything you want here. Okay. So if we was to go back and select all of these again and clear it out, we can repopulate the keywords again by clicking get keywords from these words we put up here. If I was to add business capital, see, there's some things that's going to pop up here too, right? Business capital. All right. Update keywords again. Yes, replace. Okay, so I'm giving you an idea what to do with your keywords. Okay, now it's up to you what you choose and how you choose. Okay, so we're gonna, when you select how many keywords or what are you going to use, save and continue. Okay, now we're going towards your ad. Okay, you got you have all these keywords here. Your responsive search ad is in progress. This is the way we're gonna make it. Now you see where it says you have to put your link like this. https://. But I'm going to use the Bank Breezy link. Okay, remember when I said that? Remember when I said why? Okay. Now we're going to create your ad. So congratulations. You just got to the point where you're now going to create your ad. And right after this, they're going to review your ad. Okay. So pay attention to everything on this page because it's important. All right. We're going to ignore this because Brink Breezy is one site. There is no other path. All right. So we don't need that. Okay. So we're going to come over here and we're going to choose some headlines. Headlines is this part of the ad that shows on top. Okay. Now you want keywords in there too, if possible. It's always possible, but you want it to be coherent and legible that people can also read it. So you got Breezy Business Capital, stuff like that. Well, over here it's going to say add more headlines, include popular keywords. What you're trying to get is this circle as filled up as much as possible. All right, so you have some headlines here. You can get some more ideas by clicking on that, and it's going to bring up more. And you just choose the keyword you like. So for example, you could come over here and type get up to 25K today. Here's one of mine. Okay. Uh Small business funding. Let's choose that one. Now pay attention to this up here because this changes when you use their recommendations. Okay. Now see how many lit up because of that? Uh, Business funding options. Let's use that one. Sorry. Okay. More headlines. We don't do microloans, so we don't want that. We don't do business check score, anything like that. Make your headlines more unique. Let's do Bank Breezy business capital. You only got 30 characters you could use. 6 months in business. That is not a headline. Let's say 25K instant approval. Right? Can we fit today in there? Today. Okay, we're trying to get these all filled up as much as possible because depending on the strength of your ad, it also tells Google how to place it. Who's your competition going to be? Okay, Bank Breezy, uh, instant funding, right? Okay, it's not giving us any more of this. So it wants us to use more of these keywords, but I'm staying away from that because this keyword is actually terrible. Micro lending. We don't do micro lending. We don't do that. But we could always go online and let's see what it actually means, right? Maybe we could utilize that word. It's a financial innovation made possible. Technology, peer-to-peer. Nope, we don't do that. Okay, so we're not going to use that term. So let's try to use something else. Boom, 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 boom. What else does Bank Breezy talk about? Let's look over here. You have to have a business checking account for, oh, okay, 450 credit. Let's say 450 credit funding, instant approval. Too many letters. 450 credit instant funding, right? You'll leave something like that. Okay, well, let's go down here to descriptions. Descriptions describe what your ad is about. Okay, so when it was saying stuff like this, qualifications, blah, 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 blah. You can use some of this stuff in here because it's also on the site, which is also good. So we want descriptions. All right. So another description: instant approval, same day, small business funding up to 25K. Just like you had your headlines, you have ideas for your descriptions as well. It's only giving us two. Let's use that one. Okay. And let's add another subscription. Let's use that one. Okay. Uh, I don't really like these, so what I'm gonna do is change it. And it didn't really improve our odds, right? So let's say 450, and you have more characters here at 90, right? So let's say 450 credit. What's going on? Instant approval today. Bank Breezy says yes when banks say no. Okay. Um, mm, instant funding business app. I mean, have fun with it, but you're trying to describe what it is that you do, right? All right. Let's see. Business app get 25K today. Okay. So we tried to get as close to this as we could. We could add more headlines. You could always add more headlines. You can't add no more descriptions. And this is what it's going to look like. Small business funding, Brankford's. This is the description area, and this is the headlines. See how it looks? Okay, that's how it looks on your phone. That's how it's going to look on the computer. Okay. Great, right? So we did the best we could. You could always come back in and play around with the headlines. Just note, once it goes live, any changes you make puts it back for review. Okay? So maybe these are not all the best titles. Maybe, some of them are good, some of them are great. You're really gonna have to, decide for yourself which titles and headlines you want to use. Okay? Because there's so many people in Bank Breezy and DAC that if I tell you which ones to use, everyone will be using the same thing, and you'll be kind of competing against each other. Um, I won't say that's a bad thing because then we're kind of on the market. It will be nobody else competing with us. But I don't want to make suggestions because you're spending your hard-earned money. So I would say leave this part up to you. The headlines are here for you, and I showed you how to come up with some more descriptions, and this is how it looks. When you're done and satisfied, you click done, save and continue. And there's your ad. See your ad right there? It says the following issues might negatively impact your performance. This campaign does not have conversion tracking. Hey, when you're more advanced, you can mess with this and put this into your website. But we can't enter this into our website. We can't put no tracking elements into this website. So we can't actually do that. All right. So we're gonna skip that and we're gonna click published. All right. Now this is the date when it's gonna start and end. The United States. It says all languages here. It should say English. I'm not sure why it says all languages there. We may have to go back and fix that later on because I definitely put English. Now it's making me doubt it. Okay, let me go over here. No, let me go publish. I'll show you how to change that later. Since the ad is not going on live until tomorrow, I'll show you how to change that. All right, so now we have our ad, right? Okay, this is the overview. All right, that'll be right here. Now we want to see our ad group. This is our ad group, remember, with all our keywords in it. It's campaign pending, so don't worry about what it's saying. It's just it's gonna go into review now. See, it's under review. It's not eligible yet. Okay, so you just have to wait for it to go under review, and that's it. And then it should say something about credit here. You have a green check. Sometimes the review goes through kind of quick. If you just refresh the page, maybe after 10, 15 minutes, sometimes, it comes right up. I think the more or less when you use your account a lot, they kind of approve your ads a little bit faster. That's just my opinion. That's what it seems like. I know some people that when they just started their accounts, their ads may not get seen for 24 hours. Okay, so there you go. Here's your keywords over here. If you want to see all your keywords, they're right here under keywords. Your ad would always be under ad. Okay. Now, if we just wanted to change the ad and make any changes, you have the edit button right here. It'll take you back to your ad to make some changes. If you want to make some changes to your ad, this is the ad group. Okay. We could cancel, go back to it. Uh, Up here at the top is also a part of your ad. So make sure you're in the right section, you know, when you click stuff like that, because it'll give you settings for that particular part of your ad. You can enable and pause your ad right here and right here. Okay. If you would like to delete it, you could also do this. Click on edit and then remove the ad or change the ad or whatever the case may be. Um, what else did I want to show you? Asset details. Everything is under review. Oh, right here in settings, go right here to settings, and it should allow you to see everything within the ad. Okay. Um, there was something else. Hold on one second. So that's it. Let's go back to the campaign because I want to change that language to see if I made a mistake or not. So we're gonna click back here, right? We're gonna bring up all the campaigns up here, or you could just click on the campaign here, right? This is the campaign over here. So it should be under settings, right? Okay. Language, English, okay. Save. And country, United States, save. Okay. So now you're just waiting for it to be reviewed. It's still in appendix status. See, it's already changing a little bit. We want to see the ad part. The campaign is pending. Okay. Keywords is still pending. All right. And that's how you set up your ad. And I hope that, this worked out for you. I hope this was easy for you to get done. And I want to show you, since before we go, just to show you this is what I do. I have the same ad. You see, I use the same link, Bank Breezy. It's not eligible now only because the campaign ended, but this is how yours is going to look. Eligible means, it's not eligible right now because it's ended. Now, if I was to change the date and redo it or put it back up to run, it would say eligible. Okay. I'm not going to show my keywords because I don't want everybody going around trying to copy the keywords. That's not how you develop skills. Copying is not a skill. Okay. You have to develop your own cognitive, your only cognitive responses and ideas on how you do it. I mean, you may find a keyword that generates you thousands of dollars, you know, um, but this is the basic way to get your ad set up. So you can see I'm doing it. I've spent like $217. I had over 294 clicks. Now, I know this video is running a little long, but if you watch this video, I need you to understand that this is the best way to get businesses. Yes, you may spend a little bit more money, but think about it. $217 is nothing compared to the commissions that you receive when you get a client. Okay, you get a client at 6% at 25,000. That's $1,500. That's enough to run 1 month campaign with this ad, $50 a day for a whole month. Okay, just one client. Now you have some people that have a network and they have the ability to reach some businesses, but sooner or later they're gonna run out of places to promote. If you're promoting every place that you eat, every place that you go, all your friends and your little network circle, sooner or later you're gonna run out of network. You're gonna run out of circle, and you're gonna need to reach further than you're able to do physically. You're gonna need platforms like this. There's 33 million businesses in United States alone. How are you gonna expect to reach all of them by foot? You can't. Okay. All right. So thank you. God bless and take care.